Hey everyone, welcome back to our program. Let's get right into it. Today, I'm gonna show you how to use course play practice to improve out on the golf course. So this past weekend, I played my first official round of the season, and I struggled with a couple of shots. This first one, it's not necessarily a par three. It can be a par three or it can be from the fairway, but just a number that you're uncomfortable with. So for me, I found that at the start of the season, that number was right around 110, 115. I've got my gap wedge. I've got this on a par three. We're at hole 5 at Crooked Cove. This is part of our newest course play drop, course play powered by Foresight. So what I want to do here is I just want to focus in on my target number at 115. I've got, like I said, I've got my gap wedge. This pin is in the back third of the green. So we're just gonna take a couple swings here and see how this works out. Looks to be right on line. Should be a pretty good distance. Yeah, 12 feet. We're gonna hit this a couple more times just to see if I can come across a feeling that feels like consistent for, again, this very uncomfortable number. That's probably gonna be a bit right. Came just a little bit of a heel strike. Still not a bad miss though. Let's go one more time. All right, we're gonna go one more time here. And again, we're just trying to swing comfortably here. Make sure that we've got the right club for the distance. That should be pretty good. Felt really good off of the club face. Maybe a little short. Ton of spin. But that's 3 for 3 on the greens. So I would have taken that over the weekend. All right, up next, we are at Pebble Beach at the 6th hole. Now, everyone knows this hole from Tiger's famous shot here in 2000 at the US Open. I'm in a similar position, and funny enough, this type of shot, minus the Pacific Ocean and the beauty of what is Pebble Beach, is very similar to a shot that I have at a course here in Denver. I always struggle with it. So I've got about 185 yards, but it's also playing 38 feet uphill. I have a 6-iron in my hand. We're just gonna try and see how this plays out. This is a very uncomfortable shot for me, whether it's on a sim or out on the golf course. I'm aimed slightly left of the green, so we're just gonna try and get this somewhat close. Like I said, 6-iron, just focused on a nice, easy swing. Probably gonna be a bit short. Actually, if that rolls up there, oh, great. I would have taken that over the weekend anytime. So one of the great things about course play practice is that you get to hit the shots that are uncomfortable, that you struggle with. You just get to practice and hit them over and over and over again. You can drop the ball anywhere you want on the course, like I have here. And again, it just helps you get more comfortable with those shots that you struggle with out on the course. I think that's gonna be pretty good right there. That was good, solid strike. Should have some spin. Yeah, just a little bit. 17 feet, not bad. Last one here. Let's see if we can get this somewhat close. Nice, easy swing. For me, it's about trying to swing into out. If that goes, pretty similar to the first one. Ooh, a little bit better. Had a little bit more spin to it. So I don't exactly remember how close Tiger got. I'm pretty sure it was close. I don't know if it was as close as that. Okay, last, but certainly not least, my worst enemy, the driver off of the tee box with pretty much a forced carry. We're at Celtic Manor, hole 6. I've got water pretty much all out in front of me that, sure, I could take a 3-wood and I could aim more to the left of the water, but then this just being a par 4, that means I've got a really, really long second shot. And the second shot is also not easy. So I do want to try to get this out there. I struggle with this at a course here in Denver where there's water all up the left side. And as a fader, both sides to me are uncomfortable. So what I've done is I've taken my start line, I've moved it a bit more to the left. I know that 294 gets me to the bunker that is out into the fairway. So all I've got to do is cover about 250 yards over this water. So all we're thinking about here is just a good, nice, easy swing and solid contact. That hopefully might make it. Not my best swing there. Yeah, not my best swing. I definitely overcooked that a little bit, but I would definitely take that all day. My club path way out to in, and then I close the face. So definitely a struggle for me whenever I get nervous or whenever I tend to be on a hole that, again, I'm very uncomfortable with. That is my miss. So I would take that all day. Okay, so second shot here. Really, I'm gonna focus on what Nick and I have been working on, and that's getting my path just a little bit closer to this leg and opening up my shoulders and then just releasing through. So that's really what I'm gonna focus on here to hopefully get this club path a bit more into out. I think we did better there. Yeah, you can already tell by the flight path that was a little bit of a straighter ball, a little bit better distance, still carry not great. Yeah, the club path definitely still a little bit out to in, but almost 6 degrees less than that last swing. And I was able to square up the face a bit more, so I got that straighter ball flight. Looking at my last 2 swings, what's great is with the SKYTRAK, I don't have to guess. If you're out on the range, even if you're out on the course and you're able to work on things there, having a SKYTRAK, you're not gonna be guessing anymore. You're gonna get the accurate numbers that's gonna help you improve your game. All right, so last shot. My swing thought here is just nice, easy swing, but just low hands. That one's gonna be a bit more left. Overcorrected a bit. I have a feeling that club path is gonna be a bit more out to in. Yeah, so 3.6 degrees out to in, also closed the club face down, but that's also just me trying to overcorrect for those last 2 swings. So I know what I've got to work on, and that's, especially with the driver, I've got to work on getting that club more into out as opposed to out to in. Make sure that if you're struggling on anything, you set your SKYTRAK up, you know what your numbers are, and you get focused on improving your game. We'll see you next time.